Hello, hello. How are you doing today? What is happening? So, it's been a minute since I've done a video. We had a very dramatic Thanksgiving. My husband had a health issue that we had to deal with, and we ended up being urgent care for a certain amount of time and missed Thanksgiving dinner, and it was a whole thing. And, it's always something. That's all I can say. It's always something. But I'm glad to be back, to have the time to film for you all, and I'll bring you some new content. So if you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe, and everyone, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit like, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload new videos, okay? So today I'm doing an empties video for November. I can't believe another month has just flown by. It goes by way too fast. I'm almost ready for the holidays, but I haven't decorated yet because it's been like my husband's, in addition to my husband having a health flare up, he's been very busy at work, and he's the only one able to get up to where the holiday decor and all that stuff is. So hopefully tonight we will be able to get all that down, and I can do some decorating. But shopping, I'm actually pretty good. So I'm actually kind of not as rushed as I usually am for this time of year. So anyway, I'm going to talk about the products that I used up in November, and what what I liked, what I didn't like, certain things that some things I've talked about many times before, some things I've talked about that I use still consistently use over and over again, and some things I bought and just wanted to try and have some some feeling about, and not really, kind of like sort of semi okay about. Okay. So, all right. So, first things first, I'm going to talk a little there's 3 makeup things I want to talk about. Okay. This NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. They have a concealer. I think that's what it is. Yes, concealer, and they have this powder. It has been talked about so much in makeup videos and products and things, and I really didn't see anything that was all that special about it. I felt like it was a nice powder. It wasn't like the worst powder I ever used, but it wasn't the best. Not really. And it did crumble very, very easily. And you can see I hit pan. And you'd have thought that I'd had this for like a year, but I didn't. I had it for maybe I don't know, 3 or 4 months. And so sort of like not really impressed at how quickly it sort of like disintegrated. So, and it's not that purse friendly either. So, as opposed to some of the other things that I have, other powders that I've used that are, reasonably like that. This is like a drugstore brand, okay, and where they hold up for a long period of time. And a lot of it's the packaging. If this was packaged in a more of a real compact that is more protective, say, sort of like, even this CoverGirl powder. Okay, this CoverGirl powder is like more old school compact, and it's much more protected this way, so that it's not going anywhere. It's a lot for, unless you really drop at a really hard for it, to make it break. Or split from the inside, but this is so crumbly that I was like, now I don't know if it's just a unique thing for this particular, like maybe it was a fluke, but for me it was just like, and it didn't last. So, okay, so another one is this is the Sheet Glam pencil. It's okay. I didn't have any problems with it, but it was so much warmer than I expected, and it doesn't really, do what I needed to do in terms of pigmentation. It wasn't like and a lot of people love Sheet Glam. It's nothing to nothing to, get on Shiglam about, but it was just like, it's very hard with a brand that is sold completely online and not being able to see in person. Um, I don't know. I haven't been in Sephora, so in a long, long time, I need to go. But if they had a presence at Sephora, like a lot of beauty brands do, or Ulta, but I go to Ulta more often because there's one closer to me. But if they had a presence where you could test out things and then like also order them online, that would make a huge, huge difference. So, but a lot of the things, there's maybe I'd say about half and half of the things I bought from She Glam were great and half weren't so great in terms of quality. So, so sometimes it's to me it's like hit or miss, and a lot of it has to do with not being able to test ahead of time. So, okay, and another thing was this CoverGirl, this matte, the Cream BB. This one has an ingredient in it that I actually sat and wrote out the ingredients to a foundation that didn't cause me any problems, and a foundation that did. And I sat and wrote it out, and there was twice as many chemicals in this product than this product. And this is LA Colors. It's usually $1.25, only $1.20. We'll just pull this around here. $1.25 at places like Dollar Tree, which you think would be full of chemicals. And CoverGirl, which is supposed to be a higher end brand, but it's twice as many chemicals. Now, it's not to say this does still have some chemicals in it, because there's preservatives, there are certain things, that binders that make makeup be makeup, but I was really shocked. I was really, really shocked at this. So, especially because this is the clean one. Okay, now I haven't had this powder compact that I just held up. This one is also the same clean beauty brand, supposedly. And I bought these when I started having my eye allergy. And I was like, okay, the clean mascara that I have is great. The Cleantopia, this is pretty good. But this was within the moments of me using it, I started having problems. So, I just had to set it aside. But I wanted to talk about that because there are many people who are using products and they're experimenting with things and having things happen. Now, maybe I know that there are some people who use things and they never have a problem. But me, I'm so sensitive. And then I have a client who is sensitive in the way of anything that has SPF in it, whether it's a lip product, whether it's a lip gloss, whether it's a foundation, whether it's a moisturizer. There's a lot of things with sunscreen built in now, which is a very good thing in general. But if you're allergic to the sunscreen, then when you put that in the makeup, then they'll break out or have hives or, have a lot of bad reactions. So it's something to note if you're trying to, I know that I have customers who are trying to be as clean as possible, whether they are going through cancer treatment, whether they're going through and they're trying to like not have trying to be as clean and as what's the word, organic as possible, so that they can not have any extra added things that their body might be trying to fight, and as well as people who have like autoimmune issues and different things. So I'm aware, and a lot of women get some of these things as they get into middle age. So say a woman 35, after having a couple of kids, because when their body chemistry changes, they can develop an autoimmune, or anybody can develop something at any time. But I've seen this seems to happen more often in women of a particular age, 35 and up, 40 and up, maybe sometimes 45 and up. Sometimes menopause brings it on. Sometimes it's earlier. Sometimes it's childbirth. Sometimes it can be just going from your teens to your 20s. Sometimes you can be going from childhood to teens. But I've seen it. I've seen these things develop, and also if you're on certain medications, you're more susceptible to developing. So you might be on a medication for one thing, and then that medication wears your body down, and then you develop an autoimmune disease. So then your body's even weaker as a side effect of being on this medication that's necessary, like say antidepressants and things like that. So then you have to take something else to help with that, and then you're on 3 different things. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 or 4. Sometimes I know some people are on 5 different medications. That's what can lead to hair loss. It can lead to something else, and lead to something else, and all this. So those people in that situation are trying to limit the chemicals they're exposed to. So, I'm blessed. I've had a lot of weird, strange, different things health-wise come up, like hearing things and back pain and all kinds of, leg issues. I've had a lot of things over the years, but the things, I have not had things to that extent, knock on wood, I'm blessed. I've had a lot of other things happen. I've a lot of things that I'm dealing with. So I wanted to just talk about those things because those are pretty important, in case somebody unless somebody's looking for those types of things. So just something to be aware of. Okay, so Life Doesn't Stink Sandalwood Vanilla. I talked about this not in my last TJ Maxx haul, but the TJ Maxx haul from a few times back. And it's aluminum free, and a lot of, just like I just said about chemicals, there's a lot of people who are switching to aluminum free deodorants. This only lasted, and I've had deodorants usually last, a couple of months, 2 or 3 months. This lasted a very short time. It had a great smell, sandalwood and vanilla. This was TJ Maxx $3.99. It was a brand I'd never heard of by Stink Bug. It's really kind of funny, but it did not last very long. So if you see this at TJ Maxx or somewhere else, something to be aware of, that it did not last as long as some of my more, Degree or Secret or some of the other deodorants, and so, just something to be aware of. Okay, so my vanilla line. I've talked about these many, many times before. My Avon Senses, the Senses collection. This is our tried and true collection. The hand wash, the vanilla cream, bubble bath that I use for, sometimes I put it, if I run out of hand wash, I'll put this inside of a container, and this will be, in our bathrooms. This is a great all-around body cleanser, as well as just cleanser for a lot of things. And so, the hand wash is great, but when the hand wash runs out, you can always refill it with these. And these bottles last a long time, and you can use them for, I have a lot of problems with scents of certain things, so I use a dishwashing liquid. I've heard that people use this for cars. I've heard these are great on your skin because there's a moisturizing element to it that makes your skin feel really, really soft. And because of that, you can use it on leather. You can use it for a lot of things. So yeah, it puts a shine. There was a guy who's like one of those car collector people who goes to a lot of like flea markets and vendor shows where there are a lot of Avon reps, and they will buy a bunch of them because that's what they use. It puts a nice shine on their cars. So the frosted vanilla honey cake. This is the other, but this is the holiday scent. Every year we have a different holiday scent. Now, if you're interested in these products, I have a link in my link tree. Go to my link tree. It says Welcome 25. Welcome 25 is the code for 15% off of your first purchase from my Avon website. So, and even if you've ordered before, you can always just use a different email, and it's like getting a first time discount. There's also Welcome 10, which is 10% off. So, that's like a tried and true, but this one is special for the holidays that they're doing the Welcome 25. I think it should be Welcome 15, since it's 15% off. I don't know why they chose the number 25, but maybe 15 was being used for some other thing. I have no idea. Whatever, but it's Welcome 25. Anyway, that's down in my link tree. Also, I just want to note this. I was listening to a very good business podcast today, and they were talking about collecting emails. Now, I know this is a public forum, so a lot of you all who comment on my product, on my videos, you wouldn't want to put your email out there. But because I have my link tree and I have my social media, I want to start getting, being in better I consider you all like my I consider my following like an extension of my clientele, just like my following on my other social medias. I'm able, I'm able to be in touch, with people, and in different ways, and when I do things like the Patreon, I'm not going to make it public, okay? Because my public pages are for my public business, and there's going to be two different things, okay? So anyway, I want to be able to get in touch with you all personally so that I can let you know when I have this Patreon set up and when I do updates to it. So that way it's more exclusive to my regular followers, but I know you don't want to put your, so you can reach out to me on my other social media. Facebook Messenger, I'm going to be, checking them. I try not to be like accepting messages from people I don't know. But if you write in the message, hey, I'm so-and-so from following you over here on your YouTube, I want to be in touch with, and you do it professionally, okay? Anyone who's writing in a message that's like, I'll just say pervy or weird or something, I'm not paying attention to. I don't pay attention to now because I've put it out here. I'm married. I'm not looking to meet people. I'm not looking to date, whatever. But if you want to support my business and support my Patreon and things like that, and when I upload new things to Patreon and things that way, I can. And of course, Patreon. Once you're following me on Patreon, I'll be in touch. I mean, they'll be in touch when I do new things. But I kind of want to do it that way than to make a video, hey, I'm da, 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 da. I'd rather do it quietly than to have it be out there. And then I invite people in my personal life to that page so that certain people aren't aware. I don't know how to say this in such a way without without being giving out too much family information or too much things like that, but to be able to do things how I want to do it, and have it work out well. I'd rather, and have it be more personal to be in touch and not lose people, because at one point I had a page here years and years and years ago, okay? I had two different pages, and back then you could have them if you were a newer creator. And then all of a sudden, one had a big following, and then I had to start from scratch. And at that point, I didn't have other social media. Okay, I wasn't on, or if I was, I didn't have crossover where somebody who might be following me here might be following me on Instagram or whatever. So I had no way to let those people know, because here you can't just, direct message anybody. I had no way, and that's something that YouTube really, I think, should work on, but I had no way to let anybody know, hey, I'm having to create a new page. They're making me create a new page. I lost all those people, and I had to start from scratch, and nobody knew, and that was really frustrating, and I don't want to lose anybody, okay? So, go to my link tree, see my, so you can support my business through my Coffee account. You can support my business through my, watch me on my other social media things. I'm on TikTok. I was just live on TikTok this morning. You can follow me all those places, right? And all my links and all those different things. But this way I can, because once I set it up, I probably won't add it to the link tree, because I want to keep it like more personal. And then I'll add it, and then I'll, as my following grows, I'll be in touch with those other people, and then add them, and all that, and be in touch that way. But I kind of like, I'd rather, and because one thing is with the algorithms and all these places, once you have an email, people's, and I'm very, let's say, I'm not like sending out sales stuff. I'm not annoying. I'm not one of those annoying salespeople, but once as a business owner, when you have someone's email, that is not affected by algorithms. Okay, so it's not affected by, it's, I'm in control of who I'm contacting and connecting with, and so that way I'm, it's like a client list. It's like my client list from doing hair. I had it. Some of those people, if I went to a new salon and then that salon changed things and I decided to leave, I still had my client list, right? Or I kept adding to my client list while I was there, of course, but they can't take that away from me. It's my clientele, right? It's the same thing. You all are my clientele. And so I've, so anyway, that's how I want to do it. And so if so because you can't depend on algorithm. Some app might completely change things and then completely close down, or some app might do this, or I say, oh, some app might be doing something better, a new app or something else, and anyway. So that's what I want to do. So please, don't hesitate. Reach out to me, whether my Instagram or my thing. I have Facebook. It's all, and I have TikTok, and and all of them have direct messaging capability. So with that, you can message me, and I can get your information. And so that way, because that's part of the reason why I have procrastinated with setting up the Patreon, because I was like, I don't want. I mean, I want to have it, but I don't want to have it be have it be a thing like a banner for my other business. I want to have that be something completely separate, kind of like a side on the side that's separate. So whereas my link tree, that's all, things that, anybody can see. 80-year-old lady who's going to church doesn't need to know if I'm doing a try on Patreon, you know what I mean? And that kind of stuff. So I want to be able to have more connections with and not lose people, because sometimes you can start something, and I might even have a separate page where I promote that, I could have a different wig, or I could have something, or not even show my face, and do something else. I don't know, but I've have different ways to do things so that it's separate from my hair business and separate from my makeup business, in that way. So anyway, just wanted to say, okay, so. Frosted vanilla honey cake, Senses. This is the holiday scent. There's still a couple weeks to get this. It's fantastic. It's warm. It's cozy. It's a scent that takes you back. It makes you feel like, your grandmother's honey cake. Talking about honey cakes after I talk about the Patriot. So, very delicious dessert. It's a wonderful scent. The same things about the other bubble bath. It's great cleaning things. You can use it as hand wash. You can use it as body wash. You can use it as a bubble bath, and you can use it as a cleaning agent. Okay, so another product. Okay, this is I'm still having acne issues. So, I mean, and people say that's part of the reason why I look younger than my age, because I still have a tendency to break out. So my nighttime, I don't do this. If I do it twice a day, it kind of dries me out. But if I do it at night, after I take my makeup off, I'll go over my face with a clear soap pad, and then I do my skincare, my moisturizers, eye cream, all that stuff. This helps keep all my T-zone acne in check. And this is the Rapid Rescue. I kind of alternate between Clearasil and a couple other brands that have these types of acne pads. Kind of like sometimes it might be, Stridex. Sometimes it's this, and I usually get the Rapid Rescue or the high end, deep treatment. And it's excellent. There's usually how many, 90 pads, so it's like 90 days, because sometimes I'll do 2 a day, so then that kind of 45 days. But something like this is very valuable, especially I know a guy who has a lot of forehead acne up here, and uses a lot of products. But if you're using a lot, sometimes these products, if you're, if you have a tendency to oily skin, they can make you break out. So, or even just, men have breakouts in general, and a lot of times maybe you think you use them as a teenager, but you don't know that you can use this, as you get older, and it still keeps acting under control. And then you can do it kind of balances my face, and then I can put all the other skincare on. So, okay. Creme Shop, Hello Kitty. This was one of our one of when we have the Hello Kitty line, the Creme Shop Hello Kitty line through Avon. We have Avon is under the same corporate umbrella as the Creme Shop. As there's a line called Dr. Groot that I've talked about. There's a line called Belief that's very big skincare line that's sold in high-end places. We also sell that under our umbrella. So it's because it's all under our corporate umbrella, so we sell it through our brochures and our website. So if you know someone who uses Belief, or the Creme Shop or these products, check out my website. They're not in our traditional Avon brochures. They are on the website only. So anyway, that was a nice little travel hand cream. Okay, now this was Mission Luxurive, the Essence. This was like a toner. I used it like in the mornings in place of after I wash my face, I'd use this, and then I would use their moisturizer. I still have the cleanser and the moisturizer of this. This is a line that I don't think we're going to carry anymore. We stopped carrying it. We sold out. It was very high end. And it was one of the first very expensive things when the new company took us over. And a lot of people were like, I can't believe it's so expensive. Well, we had other things that are affordable, but they wanted to bring this in. And I was lucky when they had specials. And it was a really great luxury line. I wish we were keeping it and just carry it in smaller sizes. But it was, and it's a really impressive look to the bottle. But I'm still... it was kind of like a it was a nice refreshing toner. It was not like an astringent toner like those pads, like the Clearasil pads. So it was just more like a kind of little refresher from when you cleanse to when you put your moisturizer on. I'm always knocking things over. It's just par for the course. When I first started doing videos, I was always dropping things, and it's like some sort of like those bloopers where newsroom bloopers where someone's always messing up, so that's what I do. But anyway, now I've gotten better, but I don't even care. To me, I could edit all these things, but to me, I feel like it makes me more real, and I feel like it's not that big of a deal. I'm only talking about skin. I don't take it seriously, So I'm not giving the news. I'm not. I'm just talking about products here. All right, the Bridgerton collection. This is one of my favorite scents from Bath and Body Works. It's from last spring and the summer, and the Diamond of the Season was my favorite one. It really is so. It's so elegant, and what I've noticed is they're keeping it. I don't know the name, but they're keeping this scent. They're just packaging it into some naming it something else. So, but I know it when I smell it. So, anyway, I still have a couple. I think I have a couple more of those. I have that I bought from when I stocked up on that summer scent. That smells beachy, and those Bridgertons, so I still have a few more of those to go. Okay, Way to Grow conditioner. This is one of my favorite hair conditioners, and I used it up. I used the shampoo and the conditioner of this line, and I have a lot of, it's called Not Your Mother's. I have a hairspray by them, Cheese of Teas. It's a great hairspray. I also use their leave-in conditioner. I also use their what is it? Heat protectant. So there's just a great line. Just a great all around great line. Okay, now this one was the other foaming hand wash that I got from Ulta. And it was a nice scent, but we went through this really, really fast. Faster than we go through those, but that bubble bath is so concentrated, a little goes a long way. This, you had to use like 3 or 4 pumps to get a good lather. So this was like, not the best buy, there's so many good values out there. And this was, it's okay. It was cute, nice little cute fall decor, but, nice scent. but it's one of those things that would I buy it again? Probably not. And it did matter the scent. That was the pumpkin one, but they have every season they'll have different scents. So I mistakenly bought it, forgetting that I am not a fan of foam, because usually the phone hand washes, you need a lot to get it to especially the Ultra brand. But I saw it, and I just was, I think I had a coupon where they'll have a thing where they kind of encourage you to spend, where you have like $10 off of 40 or $10 or 50, and like maybe I have like $36 worth of merchandise, and I'll get like one of those for like $7.99 that'll put me over, so that I can get that $10 off. So anyway, so that's that. So that's those kinds of things. So sometimes I'll just like be in line, and they'd be like, "Oh, you still need this much?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Or I would be like, "Just okay, let me just grab it." And grab both. And I saw another one. I thought, "Oh, I like that scent." That was the one I talked about the last time I did my empties. So anyway, thanks so much for joining. I hope you're having I switched to my holiday background here. I hope you're having a safe and happy holiday season. And check out my other links in my link tree. And I appreciate the support. I see I have a lot of new followers, and I'm so happy. And you're helping me reach my goals. And I just have a few more. I think I just maybe like, was it 500, 600, a certain amount left of how many views I need, of like total views of all like videos of all my throughout my whole channel, to get so I can be monetized, so I can go live over here. So watch as many as you can as you want, and share my channel with your friends who like beauty and style, or maybe somebody who just might need a smile. Okay, so anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I appreciate the people who've been with me since the beginning. I mean, I started so slow a few years ago, and it just and it's just kind of wild how this channel is growing, and I'm just so grateful. And so anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks. Bye.